Atiku and Obi are in court and APC is all over the place, thinking that they would take over Elezu. Not the news info. Dr. Umar Elezu, a respected Nigeria elder statesman and chairman of the board of trustees for Aya Odigbo, has voiced his opinion that the inauguration of President-elect Bola Tinubu should not proceed while election cases are still pending in court, according to the report from the Sun newspaper online. Elezu believes that democracy would be compromised if the judiciary allowed the All Progressive Congress (APC) to assume governance of the country, while challenges to Tinubu's victory are still being litigated. Elezu emphasized that Tinubu should wait until the court has made a decision and that the democratic process of selecting a leader has not yet concluded because opposition parties are still contesting the outcome of the election. Quoting Dr. Umar Elezu's statement, he said that Atiku and Obi are in court and the APC is all over the place, thinking that they would take over if the judiciary allows the APC to assume governance of this country when the cases in court have not concluded. Then democracy is dead. In addition, he further stated, my argument is that this matter in court is part of the democratic process for producing leaders. Until the court reaches a decision, the democratic process of choosing a leader has not ended. Therefore, Tinubu has to wait until the court finishes their case. You might be interested in viewing the screenshot of Dr. Umar Elezu's exact statement extracted from the Sun newspaper online. Okay. I just believe it will go for this country. And he says APC is all over the place, thinking that they would take over while case is in court. If the judiciary allows the APC to take over the governance of this country when the cases in court have not finished, then democracy is dead. Not more dead now, it's dead though. Truth of the matter is that since when we embrace democracy in this country, we are not actually following the principle of democracy. We are not governing this country with the principle of democracy. How can you say you are governing this country with the principle of democracy and Nigerians are suffering? No fundamental human rights. We don't have freedom of speech. We don't work with the law. The law is not effective. Once the law doesn't favor our leaders, they will not want to go by the law. They will love to govern with their discretion. We will not look as if we are even in military regime. I don't understand. This one is giving me a very big concern. How can you say we are in democracy and you cannot even protest peacefully in this country? The Nigerian military and even the Nigeria police officers, we are talking about the police force, they will never allow you to protest peacefully in this country. You are talking about, say, we are in democracy. Nigeria democracy is dead. In fact, if at all when Nigeria is following law, you will see that even myself, I'm not from the southeast. Nandi Kanu will believe to some extent is under the custody of the DSS. And now, even if at all Nigeria's law is effective and we are following law, Nandi Kanu ought to be. In fact, they are supposed to do something about his case by releasing him from the DSS custody. Releasing him from prison. But now, they don't want to do that. He's still under the custody of the DSS. To date, as we are talking. But is that the principle of democracy? Is that what democracy has required? That's one of the questions we need to actually answer at the moment. For my listeners, I will be Atiku on the short hand. Atiku and Obi are in court and APC is all over the place thinking that they will take over Elezu. Please react to that. If as you do so believe, do justice to every of your reactions. Some of the video's opinion, they're already popping for the comment section. The first one from Julius Oyedapo. See, Elders Uma, why you think President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu should different from other case was in court to Basajo Musa Yaradua. Jonathan and Buhari swear in before was concluded. So that woman, when you take power, if you don't like, you can relocate to Sudan. Okay, even when Jonathan and the time of the regime of Jonathan and even Obasanjo and even Haji Musa Yaradua, even when their time cases was on and they were able to conduct inauguration for whoever the INEC Shema then has even when he even declared or he even conducted inauguration for the president-elect at that time, we believe Nigeria is still growing, our democracy is still growing. We believe it's high time that we could make some correction in this country. If they make such mistake in their time, so I will still need to go by that. So are you saying we're not supposed to have improvement in Nigeria democracy? There ought to be improvement in Nigeria democracy. Yes. We can't just continue to make mistake, then we believe that we are growing. No. We need to do something about the government of this country, the leadership of this country, the democracy of this country. We need to actually try to ensure that both ends meet. Yes. Then from Vincent said they will remain in court for 8 years, laboring in vain, while Tinubu rules and reign. Okay. Then from Marcos said Igbo are toiling with their future. This so-called woman must be a very useless elder. Tinubu will sworn in May 29. Any attempt or group of attempt to put any form of resistance to the inauguration of Tinubu will be decisively crushed. They should remember they are done in the circle. Be like saying they want to use force, so you can't use force in democracy. You should be able to go by the law. If you go by the law, are they doing the rightful thing? They are not doing the rightful thing. That's why I'm saying they are not. In fact, Nigeria government, they are not using the law. Then from Toby said sometimes it pains me a lot when I listen to an elderly man that has seen many things talking like a kid. So I believe God will help this country. I think on this note we are wrapping it. Please endeavor to subscribe to this channel and also ensure that you share the very news to social media platforms. As you do so believe the Almighty God will do the very needful for your life. Bye bye.